So the supplier I chose to be is Sweetco, Florida. And Sweetco provides sugar that goes into making the bread. The first thing the supplier sees is a splash page. This is what we call message of the day. This is where our clients can let people know that there's factory closings, there's new regulatory requirements, or we've added new functionality, or they've enabled new functionality within the system. So they can edit this themselves and put anything on here that they want. Next thing they see is, are there any non-conformances? So this is where the receiving location would have identified a problem, and they're expecting the supplier to enter a corrective action plan. So I'm going to bypass this at the moment. We'll come back to it, but they can immediately jump in here and respond to this non-conformance. So going on farther, the next thing that happens, I haven't been into the supplier for a while, so the system's asking the supplier to update their contact information. This really becomes kind of a phone book in a way of information about the supplier, who the contacts are. This way, the supplier is asked to keep their contact information for these different job roles within their company. And you don't have to rely on purchasing, trying to figure out, okay, did my contact change? Who do I call? So we let the suppliers keep their phone book up to date. And that typically, that update happens about twice a year. I'm now in as the main interface here for the suppliers, and they get important messages. I have one shipment pending supplier action. So I started a shipment and I haven't finished it yet. I've got that one non-conformance we saw a little bit ago to respond to. I've got 2 certifications due for submission. And as you just saw, my supplier database needs to be reviewed. I'm going to jump into a couple of these secondary functionalities real quick, just so you can see them. We'll get them out of the way. 2 certifications due for submission. So I, as the supplier, come down here. I have a GFSI registration to do and a raw material certification. Now, the GFSI is a plant level document, but this raw material certification is associated with that sugar that I provide. Well, I'm going to go in and see what type of documentation is needed. And this is kind of a mocked up example of what we're doing with Pepsi. And Pepsi has these raw material certifications where they need each of these different documents, everything from Proposition 65, pollutants, nutritional profile, halal, kosher, ingredients, etc. They used to get all of these in email from suppliers as individual documents, but our system's now tracking each of these and making sure that all the required fields are filled in. I'll give you an example. So this allergen form is a draft. I have not finalized it. It's still work in process. I can come and edit the allergens. There's more instructions here for the supplier on what to do.